Hello, this is Richard from the Tech Review, and today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. We are not going to be looking at the eMac or the iMac today, or we're not going to be doing anything hardware related, but instead I'm going to be doing a review of something software, an operating system, Linux distribution to be exact. This is a custom in Linux distribution called Basis, and this is the Basis 4 beta. It's been around for a little bit now, I'm pretty sure. I'm doing a review for this because I know the developer from a forum that I regularly go on, and I thought might as well do a review of it. I have enough time on my hands, so let's just get this thing started. Okay. I would use screen recording, but it didn't work out. As you can see, you get this nice little loading screen, kind of with an Ubuntu default background. Maybe fix that. Also, that loading bars you saw, it did not go all the way when it loaded. That's not that big of a deal, but if you want it to be accurate, I would fix it. And then you get introduced to this very, very generic looking login screen. I hope that gets updated in a future build. I'm pretty sure after this is going to be the alpha or beta build of Basis 4. But I'm not sure. Ooh. Let me just see if I can type in my password correctly. And we're logged on. Let me just close out of this little box. Yeah, but I did try screen recording this, but it was just a mess, and the formatting was all bad, the sound wasn't recorded, so I had to have my own little voice recorder, and at the end of the day, it would have took me about 7 or 8 hours to compile everything at the speed of my computer, so I just thought, screw it. But, so, this is it's kind of a mix between Ubuntu and Fedora, in my opinion. I do know it's based off of Ubuntu 13.10. I know that much. This is where you would get all your apps, same with something. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that Ubuntu has the same type of layout. This is all the apps that it comes with. Trying to do this through an iPad screen, not pleasant. So it comes with everything that you would assume it to come with. Possibly because this is aimed towards simplicity, it does not need as much, like it probably doesn't need the games, it probably could leave out a couple things. But then again, they do make having an operating system preloaded means you don't have to do as much in the beginning, so I think it has its pros and its cons. As for the dock, it doesn't typically have anything in it. I just added these things, and I really hope that by default, at least most of the things that are in my dock are added by default, because these are the default things people would use. Or at least I would use by default. And I really hope that it does get at that the kind of God. But I do hope that there are default items in the dock, because when you in a fresh install, the dock is empty. Completely empty. You have to add all your own stuff, so yeah. The good thing is, it does come pre-installed with, I'm pretty sure it comes pre-installed with a Flash player, and it comes with Java because speed test works, which I'll humbly prove. The hell, I'll show you my crappy internet speeds. Yeah, not that great. Quite mediocre. Now these uploads, it's a bit more consistent, but it's still atrocious. I really need to upgrade my internet one of these days. Let's close out of this. I hope to keep this video under 15 minutes, 20 minutes at most. Not sure what else there is to say. Even though it does come pre-installed with, it does come with Steam, but whenever you first install, the first box that comes up is, the box to download Steam, which it does take about a good 5 or 10 minutes on my download speeds to do. For some reason, it just, maybe it should come pre-installed, and I just think it should come pre-installed, and I shouldn't have to use my download speeds to, I shouldn't have to use my upload and download to get that. It should come pre-installed if you have it. Let me just get out of that. Yeah, but I really would like, that. I'd also just like this background. Get it a little bit less generic. Replace it with something a bit better than this. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm just saying it's generic. I don't like generic. Not sure what else there is to show. I will put a link in the description to, if you want to download this particular build, because it's right on the forum I go on, which, hold on. It's right on the forum I go on, typically. Let me just type in my username and password. Okay. Let me just go down. Community distro. If I'm accurate. Yeah. This is a good example of what it looks like before I added the stuff to the dock. Yeah, an empty dock. But if I can get this mouse. But I'll be including this link in the description. That's the link to the ISO image for this particular distribution. And just in case you want to, just for the sake of it, I'll also show his profile for the particular person developing it, which is All-Star Snorks 2. If I can again. Yeah, but I'll also give you a link because there is actually a forum for the, let me see if it's still even up. There is a forum for Basis. Not sure how active it is, but it doesn't look all that active. But if you want to join it, I don't think he would mind me putting a little adding the link to that, so that link will also be in there, and just for the hell of it, I'll put the link into his YouTube channel. And let me just pause this before I get to enjoy my speakers blasting out, because I don't think I muted them, if that even has voice. And I just hate YouTube videos when they start up automatically. It can slow down your computer a lot. I just never liked that. Used to slow down my old compact laptop, but enough about that. Let me just get out of this. Yeah. Now I'm gonna shut this down for you. And you're also gonna see another problem with the loading bar, how it just doesn't go all the way. This time it only goes about 15% of the way. If you power off. See how it just went off before the bar could get all the way there. So maybe that should be fixed if it is possible. Also another thing, when you first download this, if you download it and you want to get updates, I recommend that you change the download server, because it's for a server in Singapore, and if you're in another country, like I am, and you want it just takes a while for the thing to download from that server, so you probably want to change it. Like, for instance, I'm in the United States, I would change it to the United States server for Ubuntu, so I can get the updates a bit quicker, because it was just sad how slow it was to get those updates when I was performing the updates on here. I did show it on I did show the updates on a previous video, but I deleted it because I didn't believe it was good enough for YouTube. This is probably about the 4th or 5th revision of this video, mostly because the others sucked. I mean, they sucked. Yeah, but just as a final impression, or the wrap-up, I'm just going to have to say it needs improvement, but I think if you improve on the areas I mostly pointed out, this could actually have the potential to be quite a good Linux distribution. Of course, it's never going to be that original because it's based off of Ubuntu, and it's always going to be screaming Ubuntu in the looks and feel, but I do think it could be good for, like, let's say, a person who doesn't use a computer often, or is learning a computer for the first time, and they can't afford much. A Linux distribution is the way to go, and I think Basis could be the particular Linux distribution that would be suited for that, if it's implemented right and developed right. But yeah, I just think it does have plenty of potential. Just has a few loose ends, and you could install a bit more, like possibly replace Firefox with Chrome, or do something like that, or have them both in there just in case there's a person who likes Chrome, or make a 32-bit version of this, because this particular operating system does not come in 32-bit, which is a drawback for somebody who can't afford a good computer. Like, let's say they're the needy and they want a computer. If they had but they were needy and they bought a cheap little computer off of Craigslist out of 32-bit, they couldn't download this if they really wanted to. So I would also recommend making this in a 32-bit version, or making a lighter, or in the next version of Basis, making a Basis Lite, like was discussed on the forum quite recently, I'm pretty sure. But regardless, I'm just going to wrap this up right here. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe to these videos in my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. There's one last thing I forgot to do when I was recording the last video a couple days ago, and that will show you the last thing I would like fixed is its lock screen. When you first get it from when this computer is locked, this is what pops up. Now, this is more of a touchscreen oriented, which I don't really like. To get rid of it, you can't just click it. You have to actually click and drag it up. Yeah, quite annoying. I would like that taken off, because this is most likely not going to be used on a touchscreen to begin with. So, get rid of this. This is just useless. Or, if you want to keep it, just allow me to click and that screen disappear, and then you just go back to this generic looking thing. There. Which is also one other thing I wanted to show. If my mouse will... Ooh, okay. One last thing I want to show. Which I'll make this quick. Hold on. Here we are. When you first download this, I would highly recommend that you change the server to whatever country you are in, because by default this is set up to download from the server in Singapore, which is not too good. It takes a while if you're in a whole different country like I am, so I would recommend just going into software and updates and switching to your country's server so you don't have to have download speeds of a 56K modem, because it actually happened to me before I figured that out. So that's what I would recommend. No, that's the only thing I wanted to show on this video. This is the real goodbye. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Bye.